Hello, Aitkin County, Minnesota. It is so nice to be with you here on the very first episode of How to Vote County by County in Minnesota. I'm your host, Katie, and I'm excited that you're all alphabet early birds because you're going to want to be a little bit of early birds to vote in Minnesota in 2020. I have just been on the phone with your county auditor, who is in charge of elections and is happy to take your calls and answer any questions you might have, as is the Minnesota Secretary of State, which you can find all the information about statewide voting that you need, including a preview based on punching in your address of who will be on your ballot at mnvotes.org. That's minnesotavotes.org. So, what is going on in Aitkin County? Why do you want to be an early bird? Well, you have what I like to call the voter registration donut hole. All right? You want to be registered at your current address and properly on file in the voter registration system by October 13th, even though Election Day is November 3rd. Because all of the mail-in or early walk-up options are, although they're available straight through until November 2nd, you have to participate in them. You have to be on file with the correct registration by October 13th. If you miss the October 13th voter registration deadline, and this is true across the state of Minnesota, but possibly more relevant where so many people are doing mail voting. If you miss the October 13th registration deadline, your next chance to register is November 3rd. Now, if you're in one of the 13 precincts in Aitkin County where you actually have a polling place on November 3rd, you can do same-day registration there and vote, and it's going to feel exactly like any voting experience. If you live in one of the mail-only precincts and you did not register by October 13th and therefore you couldn't vote until November 3rd, you can still same-day register, but you're going to need to drive all the way to the county government to do your same-day registration and to fill in your ballot. And again, don't overwhelm your poor county auditor. Please just do everything you need to by October 13th. You don't have to make up your mind about who you're voting for, but get registered by October 13th. Once you're registered, which again you can do at Minnesota Votes, mnvotes.org. And I'm going to be putting all this information about Aitkin County. It's on your auditor's website, but I'm going to put it again at katievotes.com/mn-co-aiken. Make sure you're registered by October 13th. If you live in a precinct voting, polling place based precinct, you are going to need to specifically request an absentee ballot if you want to do mail balloting. Or you will need to drive down to the county seat and show up and say, "Hi, I'm here to vote early," and do that ahead of time. If you're registered, you have all the way up until November 2nd to do all these kinds of things. Although if you're doing it by mail, obviously pay attention to mail delivery times. So if you are in a precinct-based place, you will need to proactively request a mail ballot, or you will need to proactively go vote early down in the county. And proactively, if you're not registered, means by October 13th. Proactively, if you are registered, means by November 2nd. And then on November 3rd, everything goes to normal and you go down to your polling place at your precinct, which you can find at minnesotavotes.org or on this nice list that they've put together for you on the county website to vote. Moving on to the people who are in mail balloting precincts, which is most of Aitkin County. You will want to register, be on file, register, double check your registration with the Secretary of State by October 13th. If you are registered by October 13th, Aitkin County will get you a ballot in the mail in time for you to return it. You can return it either in the postmarked envelope that you get with it, or you can drive down to the county government center and drop it off. It's up to you. You can also drop and that drop-off should be open on Election Day as well, since that is also a polling place, And if I understand it correctly, polling places are acceptable places to drop off absentee ballots in Minnesota. So, again, please register Aitkin County by October 13th. If you're in a mail precinct, you will be automatically mailed a ballot. If you're in an in-person precinct, you will not be automatically mailed a ballot, but you are more than welcome to request one. If you request one, you are not excluded from showing up on election day instead. For the August primary, I had requested a ballot. I completely forgot about it, lost track of where I put it, and I walked down to my precinct and I voted, and they were happy to have me. I didn't even have to bring the absentee ballot with me. They said I could use it as scratch paper now. So, precinct voting, if you want to do early, you have to be proactive. Mail ballot-based voting, if you want to be late, you're going to have a drive. So everybody, please be registered by October 13th. Mail ballot voting counties, you're taken care of as long as you register by October 13th. If you wake up on October 28th and realize, oh my gosh, I forgot to register, I want to vote, get ready for a bit of a drive on November 3rd. Precinct balloting people, please register by October 13th as well, just to keep everything straight. You are welcome to do early absentee or mail voting all the way up through November 2nd, and then if it's October 28th, and again, if you're in a precinct balloting thing and you say, oh my gosh, I forgot to register, show up at your precinct on November 3rd and do same-day registration. Thanks a lot, Aitkin County. I look forward to seeing the rest of Minnesota soon. Take care.